The glow of the phone screen cut to the darkness. A pale, cold light illuminated my face as I read the words over and over. "We need a break, Tom. I'm sorry." Claire's message landed like a hammer blow to the chest, each syllable digging beneath my skin. It was 2:14 a.m., and the house was silent, save for the faint hum of the refrigerator downstairs. My thumb hovered over the keyboard, frozen, searching for a reply that wouldn't reveal the panic clawing at my throat. A break. 6 years of marriage, 2 of them filled with dreams of a nursery we'd decorate together, now boiled down to a single text. My pulse pounded in my ears, while the house seemed to hold its breath, as if it too were bracing for collapse. I sank onto the edge of our bed. The sheets were still ruffled from where Claire had slept the night before, and her pillows smelled faintly of lavender shampoo, a scent that once grounded me now felt like mockery. She'd left that morning for a work trip, packing her suitcase with precision that now seemed deliberate. I had kissed her goodbye at the door. Her lips were soft, distracted, her smile fleeting. "I'll call you tonight," she promised, her tone light casual, like promising coffee. But she hadn't called. Instead, I got this message, a jagged slice of reality. The next morning, I brewed coffee almost mechanically. The kitchen, with its warm oak cabinets and chipped mugs, mocked me with its normalcy. Her favorite mug, a tacky souvenir from our honeymoon in Santorini, sat untouched on the counter. I checked my phone obsessively, waiting for some explanation, some reassurance. Nothing came. By noon, I was pacing, my footsteps heavy against the hardwood floors. I called her straight to voicemail and sent messages. "Claire, what's happening? Please talk to me." Still nothing. My mind replayed the last few weeks. The late nights at the office, sudden enthusiasm for weekend yoga retreats, the way her eyes flitted away whenever I asked about her day. I had chalked it all up to work stress. Now, each memory felt like a breadcrumb leading somewhere I dreaded. By the third day, the silence became unbearable. I tried to focus on grading papers for my high school history class, but the words blurred together. Essays about the fall of Rome felt trivial compared to the collapse of my own world. On a whim, I opened Instagram, something I rarely did. And there she was. Claire's story had been posted just an hour earlier. A grainy photo of her laughing, her hair catching sunlight, a man's arm casually draped over her shoulder. The background stretched into a vineyard, not an office, not a work trip. My stomach twisted as recognition hit. The arm, the watch, Ethan, her college ex, the one she'd insisted was just a friend when he'd messaged her last month. "You're being paranoid," she had laughed when I confronted her about it, her fingers tightening around her phone. I had let it slide, trusting her. Now I felt like a fool. The caption read, "Chasing sunsets and old memories." The words scorched me. I called her again, went straight to voicemail. I texted Ethan, trembling, "What's going on with you and Claire?" No reply. I scrolled through his feed, each post another gut punch. Claire tagged at a wine bar, laughing by a bonfire, resting her hand on his chest. Some photos were weeks old, even before her break message. How long had this been going on? How had I missed it? That night, I drove to her office, a sleek glass building downtown that mirrored the city lights. The security guard, a burly man named Carl, recognized me immediately. "Claire?" I asked. "She hasn't been here in days," he said, scratching his head. "Taking personal time." Personal time? The words echoed hollowly in my mind. I thanked him and left, the city lights blurring past, dreamlike surreal. By the second week, I was unraveling. I stopped shaving, let dishes pile in the sink, ignored the worried glances of my students. Friends called, but I avoided them. How could I explain that the woman who had once wept in my arms when her father died, who had danced with me in our kitchen to cheesy 80s ballads, was now erasing me from her life? I kept scrolling through social media, a self-inflicted torment. Each post was a glimpse into a world I no longer inhabited. Claire and Ethan at a jazz club, her silhouette against the sunset, his comment beneath her photo. "You're my kind of magic." My kind of magic. She had once said that to me. I wrote her a letter I never sent, words pouring out like blood on the page. How could you do this? Did I mean nothing? Was it all a lie? I tore it into pieces, scattering them across the floor like confetti from a celebration ruined before it began. I wanted to confront her, scream, beg, but she was untouchable, her phone silent, her accounts unresponsive. On the 20th day, she called. Her voice was soft, tentative, testing the waters. "Tom, we need to talk." My heart lurched, hope and dread colliding. We met at a cafe, neutral ground smelling faintly of burnt coffee and regret. She looked different, hair loose, eyes guarded. She wore a necklace I didn't recognize, a delicate silver chain with a small star pendant. Not a gift of mine. "I've been with Ethan," she said quietly. "It's not about you, Tom. I needed to feel something alive." Her words cut cleanly, precise and merciless. I wanted to ask why, demand answers, but my throat closed. "I thought I could keep it separate," she continued. "But I can't. I'm in love with him." The cafe swirled around me. I saw our wedding, her glowing in sunlight, her vows promising forever. I saw her packing for the work trip, her smile a lie. "Were you ever going to tell me?" I asked, my voice raw. She looked away, twisting the star pendant between her fingers. "I didn't know how," she whispered. I stood abruptly, my chair scraping the floor. "You didn't just break us, Claire. You broke me." I walked away, her silence louder than any apology could have been. Later, I found the star pendant in a drawer, tucked inside a box from our first anniversary. She had lied about it. It wasn't new. It was mine, a reminder of promises she had already chosen to break. As I sat in the emptiness of our home, the truth settled around me like dust. She had been rewriting our story for months, pushing me out, keeping the pendant as a token of her betrayal. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I just stared at the walls, haunted by the moment when love quietly turned to ash.